Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Two-Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How you doing?
Fantastic. Go Trash Pandas. Shout out to Barkley, because my dog looks like a trash panda.
He's a little trash panda.
He is a trash panda. If this is the first time you're seeing, hearing, or listening to us, this is the Two-Player Co-op Podcast, where just about every week, two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like that, make sure you like the video, subscribe, share the video with your friends, family, and everyone in betwixt. If you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop, just like our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, and Vernon Slayton did, as well as our affiliate, James Solar. And let me give a shout out right now. James Solar, his first ever Let's Play, we put it up on our channel, the first ever Let's Play we've ever done without either of us on there, except for my kids. They did a Minecraft Let's Play one time. I almost said a Minecraft Let's Play one time. James killed it. So go over there, watch the Super Mario Sunshine video. We're going to have some more of those coming up. We've already got two more ready to go.
He's also quite good at Sunshine.
Yes.
It was funny when I was watching it.
I was like, I suck at this.
The level, whatever you want to call it, where you go fight Petey Piranha up on the top of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
I fell off that stupid because you got to like go around the outside. You got to like
I
jump
never even got
and
that
like
far.
jetpack around and then land again.
Oh, to go over the piranhas and stuff?
Yeah. And he's like, it says you don't even need to you just jump. I'm like, how are you doing? Like
he's just like he's doing spin jumps and stuff. I'm like, I didn't even know you could do this.
Jetpack. Oh god, land on the thing. Oh, I fell down, and I'm just like, come on, man.
Yeah, if you've been following us for a while, you know the name James Solar. Go over there, check out the Let's Play. He did a great job. We got a couple more coming at least. So shout out to James Solar.
I said you did a great job.
He's too young to know what that is.
Oh crap, he is Team Young. Somebody out there has to know.
Coach Z, spelled with an OC. I'm not even going to tell what it is. No, don't even say what it is.
See, you got a big pile of what's
it over there? It's .com. If you like merch, you can go to teespring.com/stores/2playercoop, just like some people did. And if we ever get to Twitching again, I don't know why I keep doing this, but I will because I've got the banner made, so I'm going to keep saying it. Twitch.tv/2player_co-op. That's all I get.
That's all
just
a thing. Because eventually you're just going to stop doing it. So,
did you just tell me to F myself? Like Taylor?
Like Taylor.
It's so much better when she says,
I love that album. That's grown on me. I mean, it's still...
I only like that one song, but that's really all I've listened to. And Cardigan, every time Sirius pops up, Taylor's playing Click, Cardigan. I'm like, I don't like this song.
Cardigan, Betty.
Betty's awesome.
Exile. The One. There's a lot of good songs. Like, it's by far my favorite album of hers in
15 years.
In quite some time. Yeah.
Well,
the old Taylor isn't dead. But the new, I mean, the old Taylor's back, but she
dead.
Curses now. It's weird.
And I don't like it. It's stupid. Just go straight to hell. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, hey, until we're out of this pandemic, every week I'm going to tell everybody to go ahead and wear their mask.
Wahoo!
One of these times I'm going to forget to wahoo it, and it's going to be awesome.
What are you doing?
Before we get into everything else, Sean,
Robert.
Jurassic World got delayed. The Batman's been delayed. They're both delayed to 2022. That sucks. Spider-Man 3 is getting Doctor Strange. That's cool. Let's bring back Andrew and Toby is my hope. It's not going to happen. I mean, it's not.
I won't say there's no way.
Ooh, Spider-Verse. I want it to happen. It's not going to. But the most important video game news of the week is that there's another Resident Evil movie coming. But actually, it seems like it might finally be good. Did you see this?
No. Is this a Netflix thing?
No.
Or like a movie?
This is a theatrical release focusing on the origins of Resident Evil, starring Claire, Jill, Chris, Wesker, Leon, and Birkin.
Holy crap.
They've all been casted. I don't know any of the names. They all look like they could be those people, so I'm happy it's happening.
Really?
Yes.
I gotta look this up now.
I don't know when it's coming out. 22
What's it called?
At the earliest Resident Evil.
No.
Just Google Resident Evil movie good.
I can tell you swallowed that weird. It's like
I swallowed air.
It's just showing me Mila Jovovich.
She sucks. This is not Monster Hunter.
She doesn't suck. I like her, but
The movie sucks.
Alice sucks.
Yeah, Alice is not a thing. What the hell were they thinking?
What are you doing?
Just Google.
I'm
what are you
trying
doing?
to make
Google
internet
new
work.
Resident Evil movie.
I'm at Wikipedia now. Wait.
You're not looking.
Resident Evil film series. This should get me there. Films.
This is great for our audio listeners as I burp.
Come on. Reboot.
Thank you.
Oh, it didn't. Deadline is reported that both Scodelario and Cayman are confirmed for Claire and Jill. Oh, so those are people.
Sure.
Kaya Scodelario. That's a cool name. And Cayman? Who's Cayman? I don't see. Oh, Hannah John Cayman is Jill Valentine. Okay. I don't really see it.
I know you like to go into these podcasts blind, but this would be one where it would be nice if you looked at the rundown.
Yeah, I probably should have.
Yeah.
Oh, Robbie Amell. Is he related to...
He's Steve. I mean, look at him.
I was
He looks
gonna-
like
he looks
Steven.
like
Yeah.
him.
He's Chris, I think. I can't remember.
Tom Hopper. I know that name.
Really?
Maybe not.
The Hoppa?
Why are they all British?
Why is Batman British in the best Batman trilogy we ever got? Welsh.
He's Welsh.
Sorry. Okay. You're like, actually, and I already actually.
Well,
first.
British is Welsh.
You're at Welsh.
Wales is part of
Well,
Great Britain.
well, I hope this movie's finally going to be good. My point is, Wesker Kids is stupid. However, the CG series that they're doing,
That one looks legit.
good. Just hearing this, that it's going to focus on these characters, I'm like, oh, it took you like 20 years, but you finally realized what a Resident Evil movie should be. I'm very hopeful for this.
Is this like...
What I think it's going to be is 1 and 2 in one movie. I think they're going to tie it all together because it's all Raccoon City. So I get how they could do the mansion for like a half of it and then...
But the issue is they're going to have to do Nemesis. And you can't put 1, 2, and 3 into one movie. And 2 and 3 happen simultaneously.
Well... Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know how else you tie like Leon in to... I don't know.
But it's all Raccoon City.
Yeah.
But like Saw 3 happened at the same time as Saw 4 happened at the same time as Saw 3 did. So you could still do RE3, right. Bring back Leon and Claire for that movie. It wouldn't be RE3, it'd be RE2. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping.
Resident Evil 2.
The third 3. I'm hopeful. I'm very excited for it. So I'm going to get this mouse out of here because I keep thinking I can do this thing. Sean.
Yes.
What have you played this week? Have you done anything other than our both momentous trophies? Yours was not so momentous.
Monumentous.
Sorry. We are Jim and Dwight, but I don't know who's who. I know I'm Michael Scott, so I'm neither.
That was a very Michael Scott thing to say.
Damn it, he'd still look good.
We are Jim and Dwight. I don't know which one I am, but I know I'm Michael Scott.
Did I send you my screenshot of my Netflix? Like, oh, do you want to watch The Office, Cocomelon, and Little Baby Bum nursery rhymes again? That is my life for the last 6 months. I can't believe I only got a couple likes on that. It's ridiculous. All I've played is that
I'm
game.
again back to a place I was last week. No.
Okay.
I'm right back to not knowing what to play.
Me too.
The only thing I've played besides that, I played some more
I know
Mario
I'm gonna
35.
Play next. I'm going to put up a finger.
Okay. I mean, that's it. I played some Mario 35, got some more wins.
So are you up to like 4 or 5 now? How many you got? In limited, I mean, it's not like that's a lot.
I think like 4 or 5, but that's in like
15 games.
Probably 15 games, yeah. And I've gotten like, it's rare
played
that
like
I don't
10
get
games,
at
I've got
least
0.
third.
You got me 1 win.
Yeah. Have you played any since then?
No, I thought about it today because I was listening to Game Scoop and they were talking about it. I was like, man, I should, but like...
Some of the guys I watch on YouTube have done some videos on it, and I've learned some stuff. When you are credited with a KO, so you're they turn orange on the side, you get, I think it's half their time and half their coins. So you want to try to get. Now you can only do. So
now
much.
I want to go back and watch our horrible. Again, sorry for the audio. We fix it for our next Let's Play. I'm sorry. It'll be better. But I wonder if that's how you got to 400 is because you did get one KO in that game. I just don't remember when it happened.
So the other thing I learned, if you set your target to attackers,
yes.
Now this can get a little chaotic. It will attack everybody that's attacking you. So 5 people
instead
are
of
targeting you. You kill a Koopa, and 5 Koopas go blue. They go out. One to each of them. And so since they're all attacking you, if they all kill that Koopa that you just sent, now all of a sudden you've got 5 coming back. So if you kill those 5, now you've just sent 5 to everybody.
But
so
what if you only kill 1?
Then 1 will go to everybody.
Okay, but 5 go to... Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Whatever you kill will go to every single person.
So
that's
you should always do attackers.
Yeah. So kind of the strategy, if you want to play that way, there's pluses and minuses to it. Go for coins right off the bat. Mm-hmm. Because getting a lot of coins, you've got a good chance that people are going to target the person that has the most coins. So if you get a lot of coins, like if you shoot for coins right in the beginning, you're not trying to get...
you take your time,
enemy kills and stuff, just working on getting coins, you're more likely to have more people targeting you. So if you set your thing to attacker, you're going to be attacking a lot of people, which helps your chances of getting KOs. It puts a lot of enemies in. So there's some strategy to it. When you go to the warp at the end of 1-2, from right to left are the levels that you would have gone to next. So if it says like 1-1, 1-2, 1-1, if you would have just gone to the exit, you would have been in 1-1, and the next level would be 1-2, and the next level would be 1-1. So that shows you the order they would have been in.
So if you
see like 1-1, 1-2, 1-1, you want to probably go to the 1-1 that's all the way to the right.
1-1-1-1,
because then
1-2.
you've got 1-2 and 1-1 coming up right after it.
Okay.
As opposed to if you choose the furthest left 1-1, who knows what's coming up after that? It might not be a good level. So I've learned some stuff. It's a lot of fun. I don't think I'm going to be playing this up through March.
No.
But it's something to just pick up and play. But it's all I've been playing besides something.
What I'm going to play next, because now I've got the itch again. First off, I'm going to play Donut County because I need to get that platinum because the kids, I looked up my PSN profiles after I got the platinum that we'll talk about.
Now, what is this game?
You're a trash panda.
Really?
And you have to make holes in the ground to suck up other things to eat the trash or something. It's an easy platinum. It's like 4 hours, whatever. You can do it in 1 or 2 playthroughs, whatever. So I'm going to do that. But also, I'm going to go back to Curse the Moon 2.
And get that platinum?
I'm going to try.
You can definitely do it.
If
you're willing to
just...
You can. It's the type of game... No, but it's the type of game...
I can put this down now.
I don't even remember what's happening towards the end of the game for you to get the trophy, but...
You got to play Zangetsu on the last level.
I know that whatever you do towards the end, it's a lot of just try not to die and just make it to the next checkpoint.
Yeah, okay.
And then just die.
Because you respawn,
and then just try to get to the next checkpoint. You're going to be doing that a lot. But it's definitely doable.
Colin said it's his game of the year right now.
I saw that. It's good.
It's not.
I don't think it's going to be in my top 5.
It's like my favorite non-Metroidvania Castlevania is probably Castlevania 3, followed closely behind by Bloodlines. But this is not game of the year. Especially,
I didn't know where you were going. I thought you were going to say my favorite non-Metroidvania Castlevania game is. I thought you were going to say that, and then you said Castlevania 3, but followed closely by a Bloodstain, and then or whatever.
No,
Bloodlines, and then you never even mentioned Curse of the Moon. So
what I'm saying is no. What I'm saying is like I don't know. Like I've got this. I'm not going to look at my list. I've got it 3rd or 4th on my list right now of my top 10 games of the year. But I played it for maybe 2 hours,
Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely a doable I think if you don't get the platinum, I think just months down the road, you're going to be right where you are now and be like, crap, I'm going to go get that.
But that's the thing I worry about.
You can definitely do it.
I worry if I don't do it. Like, I feel like I need to do it now. Like, I already forgot how to play that game. Obviously, it's like I know how to play these games. Yeah. But I don't want to go too far to where I'm like, which trophy am I going after now? Like, did I grab that thing and I'm doing this? I guess it doesn't matter because it'll pop and then you can do whatever. But
I'm trying to think of what the trophies are. I know it's pretty much beat this one, beat
it.
this one, beat this one. There's four different play styles, and then there's one.
For the second playthrough, it's like either get the sword or don't get the sword, beat it, and then beat 3. And then you have to do something to get to the EX level, beat that. And then when you get to you beat the whole game, and then on that
then
last
you have to beat
level,
the thing
just
with
was
just Zangetsu. Yeah.
Who's the best to play is anyways, but
yeah. It's
That's what I'm gonna
gettable.
play
It's
next.
not easy, but it's gettable.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say you could get the Bloodborne Platinum. Like, I'm not just going to
no
BS you. You can get this Platinum.
Okay.
It's not easy, but you can do it.
Well, we both got a platinum this week. I got number 51. Sean got number 11, and mine was way more climactic than yours was.
Yes, mine was anticlimactic.
That is correct. We talked about TimeSpinner last week. We both got the platinum in it.
Had we even played it last podcast?
Yeah.
Or we did?
You weren't as far as me. I had beaten it,
Oh, you had beaten it?
I think. I don't know. I think I beat
Maybe.
it.
I know
not.
I wasn't very far.
Oh, no. I thought I was close to beating it, but I hadn't beaten it yet, I think. But we've both beaten it. We beat it on New Game Plus. If this game came out this year, I think this would be my number 2 right now.
It would be way up there. I liked it a lot.
I love TimeSpinner. Like I was texting Sean off air, which is always the best thing to say. I love this game. I think I like it better than Chasm. So it came out the same year that Chasm, The Messenger, and Hollow Knight did. I never got to it that year because I played Chasm, The Messenger, Symphony of the Night. I finally beat that. And I played Hollow Knight, and by that point, I was just over Hollow Knight. I just was done. I know you think you can dance, whatever. That's going to be hilarious. People are like tuning in for the first time. What's he talking about? You think you can dance with Hollow Knight? I love this game. This is... Yeah, I think it's better than Chasm. I almost, now after playing through it and getting the platinum, I almost think I like it better than The Messenger.
I feel like I do,
better.
but I think that's just
Recency.
I don't know. It might be better.
It's awesome. I really don't. So, do you know? Did you check your time when you got the platinum? I mean, it took you. You had to do another save.
I think it was like
thing.
11 hours or so.
Really? I got it right at just under 14.
Yeah, I beat it quicker. So I beat my first. I did everything in my first playthrough in like 9 hours or so.
Okay.
My second playthrough,
I beat it at 7 hours. I think by the time I got to New Game Plus, it was like 10 and a half or something. And then I flew through New Game Plus.
Yeah, I don't know when I beat it.
Or Nightmare Difficulty, I should say.
I don't know when I
New Game Plus.
beat it versus when I finished it, my first playthrough. But when I finished it, it was like 9 hours. On New Game Plus, I literally beat it, I think, in like an hour and a half of game time, maybe. Like, I just flew. I held that dash button the whole time and just whatever.
Wasn't it so weird not having the double jump? It wasn't even
what
like
was
the super jump.
Weirder was not being able to dash when I had to do my actual new game, and it felt like I was just like crawling. But by that point, I was so over it. I was barely killing any enemies, and I got myself into a hole because I was struggling to beat the second boss,
which was
the like eyeball with like the flame going around.
That thing was tough the first time.
I was just not like doing any damage. Those stupid little bubble things that you see in the cave.
I hate those things. I would just.
It took me like 14 hits to kill one because I just wasn't level. I was doing like 2 damage. I was like,
oh, what are they called? Because I got it and you didn't know it was a thing. What was it called?
What?
In Zelda 1, what are those things called? Poles? Not Pole's voice. What was the thing? The little gel things.
Oh.
Not
Is
the
it
big
Pole?
ones.
Yeah.
Pole's voice was
Pole's
the rabbits.
voice.
Were the rabbits.
I can't remember. Well, what about it?
They remind me of them.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
But yeah, I flew through it. My second, the New Game Plus, the actual new game. Oh God, it was tough. I died a lot because I was avoiding so many enemies, before I finally realized
I
to get the
need to
stupid
level up.
weapon, the orb thing, was further into the game than I thought. And so by the time I realized that, I had already done damage enough to where I was like, I'm kind of committed now. This is how I need to play now. I can't try to kill enemies because I'm just going to keep dying because I can't do much damage. And some of the bosses were really tough, and it was tough.
It's so good. I can't wait to hear from Ernie if he's gotten to this. I've tuned into a couple of his streams and he wasn't playing it, so I'm just wondering if he did go back and get it. But this is, it's like I said last week, it's exactly what I needed. This is the kind of game that I needed right now. And that's why that's the other thing that's making me want to go back and play Curse of the Moon 2 is I just don't want to play Ghost. I don't know what it is. I know it's a good game. We'll talk about Ghost here in a minute. It's just not clicking for me. And I don't know if it's just my age that I'm like, I would rather play a 2D pixel-based game than any beautiful 4K HDR game right now. I don't know what it is, but like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm kind of there with you. Like, I know I need to play.
I really wish freaking Axiom Verge 2 was coming out. It was supposed to be coming out this year. The last time they did a Nintendo Direct, a Nindies event, that's what I'm trying to say. A Nindies event, after it ended and they said nothing about Axiom Verge 2, and I was like, okay, I guess this isn't coming out this year. Clearly it's not. It was supposed to come out in 2020. I get it, COVID, everything. But like, man, I want to play Axiom Verge 2 so badly right now. And clearly it's not going to be out till 21.
Now that's a game I wonder, is there a platinum for that? I mean, for one? Seems like
there is.
I wonder if that's like a beat it on hard without dying in less than 2 hours or something stupid.
I do think there was some kind of speed run thing.
I hate those.
Yeah. Ugh. Platinums should be fair. We'll talk about trophies here in a minute too, but like Platinum should be do everything the game has to offer, but don't want to kill yourself to get it.
Right.
That's why I think like Horizon was a perfect Platinum list. God of War actually was almost you want to kill yourself, but you can beat the Valkyries on easy. So that's why I think God of War is a good Platinum. It's still the hardest one I've ever gotten. But yeah, you didn't get Horizon, did you?
No. And I feel like I'm probably not even close.
Yeah.
I didn't do a lot of side stuff.
Well, the thing that's tough with Horizon is you have to do all the hunting trials or the trial. I forget what they call them, but like those like scenarios that you do.
Hey, you got some trophies in Rocket League.
Yeah, I told Nick and Noah, I'm like, actually, let me click that right now. Because I think I told them, because they started, Nick played, they both went to friends' houses last night. Noah spent the night. Nick just played with a friend for a little bit. And Nick's like, man, Rocket League is so fun. I'm like, he's like, I'm going to download it on the Xbox. I was like, that's cool, but like, hey, y'all have gotten me a lot of trophies on PlayStation. I really need you to keep playing it on my PlayStation and get me a Platinum. Because I think right now they're pretty close. Let's see here. And I will take full credit for this Platinum because I got some of the trophies. They need to win the season championship, make 20 saves in a game, complete every practice drill. That's just whatever. Play one game with Octane and Backfire.
Octane.
Watch a save file and replay mode. Those are both easy. Complete a practice. Okay. Play an online game with someone in your party. So I can just say, Sean, sign on. We're going to play a game and I get that trophy. I'm going to end up getting if they can get good enough that they can beat, really it just comes down to if they can win the season championship, like it's single player, then I'm going to get that Platinum also. And I will take, like I said, full credit for it. So TimeSpinner is awesome.
Agreed.
Thank you. Sean.
Yes.
Want to get news of the week?
Yes.
We got a whole bunch of PlayStation 5 news, including a teardown of the console, which I hope I found the picture that I want to do for the thumbnail for this video because it's hilarious. This comes from IGN. Sony has finally given us a full in-depth look at what's inside a PS5 in a new teardown video, and it's an elegant machine that seems built very much with the failings of the PS4 in mind. By the way, I don't think the PS4 had any failings.
I mean, what are the failings? It
Dust.
being loud?
And dust, yeah. Let's start from the outside with the obvious point. It's massive and bigger than a PS4. The Teardown, performed by Sony Interactive Entertainment's VP of Mechanical Design Department, Yasuhiro Tori, revealed some interesting elements about the console size. Standing 4.09 inches wide, 15.35 inches high, and 10.23 inches deep. Tori says that the size results in a, quote, dramatic improvement in performance in terms of processing power and quietness. Is that a word?
Quiet? I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't just be... Oh, no, I guess it would be quietness. I don't know.
On the front panel are two USB ports. A USB Type-A port with high-speed data transfer, and a USB-C transfer, is that what I said? And a USB Type-C with super speed 10 gigabits per second transfer. On the rear are further two USB Type-A ports, both super speed 10 gigabits per second, a LAN port for networking, HDMI out to your TV/display, and AC, I'm so tired, and AC in for power. I'm so glad that they have an HDMI out, Sean.
It's good to know.
The size of the console can be slid off by hand with no tools required, which reminds me a lot of not me, this guy. Open up a PC. Those sides flare out along the sides of the console as air intakes are on both sides of the machine, with air drawn by a 120 millimeter diameter, 45 millimeter thick dual intake fan. Airflow is then exhausted out the back port of the console, where vents cover basically every section of the back plate not dedicated to ports. With the covers off, you can access two ports for the dust filters that run along the intakes. Tori specifically notes that these ports can be used with a vacuum cleaner. They can be used with a vacuum which will allow users to easily clean the filters with a household vacuum cleaner. Again, another way to help keep heat under control. With the side panels off, users can also access a metal plate under which is a bay for an SSD drive, which should you wish to expand your storage. This is an M.2 interface with the latest high-speed PCIe 4.0 rating, which is the same as those used in PCs, so standard off-the-shelf NVMe drives will work. Side note, do not believe that for a second, because Sony has said from the get-go, I think from the first Wired article, that when they first started talking about this SSD, yeah, it'll work with PCIe 4.0 rated SSDs, but Sony said they're going to publish a list of SSDs that will actually work with the console. So I don't like that IGN said that, but it's in the article, so I said it. That's all you can reach from beneath the side panels, but Tori unscrewed the casing and showed off the guts of the machine too. Inside is a one-piece motherboard fitted with AMD SoC that contains x84-64-AMD Ryzen Zen 2 CPU and RDNA 2 Radeon graphics processing. On the rear of the board is also 8 units of GDDR6 memory, clocking it at 16 gigs, overall of 448 gigabytes per second. The SSD is also soldered. I hate that word.
Soldered.
It's soldered.
Yes.
Directly onto the motherboard with its chips surrounding the custom SSD control module, which allows for the fast 5.5 gigabytes per second raw transfer speeds. Running almost the entire length of the console is a huge heatsink. It's a classic fin design with heat pipes, but Tori claims that because of the shape and airflow design, it actually functions with the same performance as a vapor chamber. I love vapor chambers. Do you?
Yes.
Between the chipset and the heatsink is a layer of liquid metal, which is used instead of a standard thermal paste. Tori says that the liquid metal has to be used because the chipset runs at a very high clock rate within a very small die, and so had very high thermal density, which needed to be dealt with by an enhanced thermal conductor. The whole thing is powered by a 350-watt power supply, which sits in the bottom corner of the unit. Above it is the UHD Blu-ray player, which is housed in a sheet metal shroud, so it's Jesus, and insulated by 2 layers to reduce noise and vibration. Finally, the entire thing can be used horizontally.
Horizontally?
I read ahead to vertically. Horizontally or vertically. A stand comes in the box and can be easily attached with a single slot head screw. Slot head? That's called Phillips head. We're in America. The screw is only needed in the vertical position. If you use it horizontally, the screw can be stored in a little compartment in the base, and there's a plastic plug to put in the screw hole that no longer has a screw in it. So, first thing I wrote down here in my notes is, obviously we're going to get customizable plates. And I'm already at the point now where you've seen my media room. It's so clean what I have up there. Everything's black. Clearly, I think Sony's going to put out custom plate, quote unquote, custom plates. They could just be black, blue, red, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm already at the point now where I'm like, I don't mind the look of the console, but I think before it's even there, I'll know when it's there, when I unbox this thing and I laugh hysterically at how gigantic it is. I feel like I'm going to want those fins to be black, not white.
It will definitely stand out compared to other
Everything.
things. I mean, mine is going to be around a bunch of my Switch, black. My DirecTV box, black.
But you've got
My-
them in the cabinets. I can't put
No,
mine in the cabinet.
mine's out of the cabinet.
Okay.
Now. So the white will match the cabinet, but I don't know. I could see just going. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
But do you agree? You
I
think
feel like
they're
black
gonna
will be boring. I might get like a blue if they have a blue.
neon green like Roger from Doug.
Neon green like Roger from Doug. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I just don't know where that came from.
Maybe green and red, because I was listening to Comedy Button. They were talking about Doug. But they're obviously going to do custom plates because they showed all you do is you like lift up on the big fin and then you slide it and it comes off.
Yeah.
They're going to do plates, don't you think?
I mean,
Hopefully they don't sell them for $100 or something.
they're not going to be cheap, but that's the kind of thing that'll be so easy for like some
You
third
could just
party to.
or just take it off and spray paint it.
Oh, that's true too. I probably won't do that.
No, that scares me. I can't do it.
But yeah, there will be third party. Even if Sony doesn't,
Someone will.
somebody will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bet they make plates that aren't that actually go with the shape of the console.
Yeah, they don't even really need to keep the same
Right.
like
Like
form
those
factor.
the side plates are not doing anything for the cooling. Everything that's happening with the cooling is the middle unit.
right.
Yeah. Speaking of cooling, obviously Sony has a big focus on cooling. There's a gigantic fan, there's a gigantic heat sink, and there's liquid metal, which they said that took 2 years to develop. The liquid cooling thing instead of thermal paste.
Wow.
Also, I think this is what they're talking about, focusing on the failings of the PS4 is the heat, because I do know if my kids ever are playing the PS4 when it used to be in the living room and they would shut those doors to the cabinet, I would, first off, it was even louder than it would be normally, and then I would open it and I'd feel it and it was like hot.
Yeah.
So they're focusing on the cooling. They've insulated the Blu-ray disc drive, which I think is the loudest. I think that's what makes, well, maybe it's not, because I've heard people complain that they probably only play digital games. But I know on my launch era PS4, it seems like it's the disc drive that's the loudest thing. That thing is spinning, and it is so loud. So now that they've insulated this with this special insulation, I'm hoping that does make it quieter. There's an expandable storage slot. Shout out to you, Xbox UK, for like, I can't even be mad because Sony made the how do you trade games video. Here's your game. Thank you. And they're like, how do you expand storage? Sony, you got to take this thing out and get all these screwdrivers and do all this. It's really not that complicated. You take the fins
It's
off
like a
and it's right
20-minute
there.
process, and it's like a one-time thing. I mean,
It's not doing what the guy in the video did, taking the entire thing apart.
Right,
You take
yeah.
the fins off, and you can see the thing there. Like, you can expand it. But shout out to Xbox for that, because I didn't like it because I'm a fanboy, but I do like it because I appreciate it.
Yeah.
The dust catcher hole. So these things, there's going to be things, I think it's on both sides of the console, that it used to be, whenever I've tried to clean out my PlayStation, or if I actually look at it after a while of playing it, I'm like, my USB ports, like all the vents, everything, just there's dust everywhere. This thing is going to funnel dust to these two, I think there's one on each side, these dust catchers, that then you just hook a vacuum and you go, and you suck it all up. I'm skeptical if that's actually going to work the way they say
I
it
don't
will.
think it will. I mean, I'm sure it'll work to some extent, but it's not going to be perfect.
I do like that it's one stand, and I think it's Xbox again. Somebody, it was an unofficial Xbox account. It was like _Xbox News was like, this is how you make the Sony PlayStation sit vertical. This is how you do the Xbox. And they just took the thing and they did this. But the funny thing is the Xbox Series X, if it's vertical, If the fridge is vertical, you've got this big circle thing that goes underneath it that it sits on. You turn it sideways, that big circle thing is still there. It doesn't come off. So you just got this giant like coaster sitting on.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I like what Sony did with the stand. I'm glad you don't have to buy a stand.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that it's some like Gary Whitta was on Kind of Funny being like, you got to get a screwdriver to turn the thing, whatever. It might as well be a PC. I'm like, it's really not that complicated. You just take this tiny screw out.
Like, who's going to be constantly like, oh, I got a
No, I want to go.
Okay, I'm going to stand it up.
No, actually, I want to horizontal.
Okay, get the screwdriver, take it off. Let's put it back on there. Okay, now I got to screw it back in. No, you're just going to put it where
you're
want
going to do it once.
People
and be done
are just
with it.
trying to find anything to complain about.
Well, he hosts an Xbox podcast. So.
Well, so of course.
Speaking of Xbox, the PS5 does have faster Wi-Fi and USB than the Series X. The Sony PlayStation 5 has Wi-Fi 6. The Series X only has Wi-Fi 5. Wi-Fi. Apparently, the Series X, I couldn't believe this when I read it. The Series X doesn't have USB-C. It's only USB-A.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm saying that. I don't know if that's correct, but I read it in an article on the internet, so it must be true. Subsequently, Sony did say that the 3D audio support will work for almost all headphones. And I saw some Twitter accounts were like, oh, they confirmed that the Pulse headset will work with PS4. They confirmed that when they announced the Pulse headset. They said it will work on PS4. So I'm just... A couple other things here. Jim Ryan has said that he thinks the PS5 will sell more in its first fiscal year than the PS4 did, which was 7 million units. We're in a pandemic. This thing costs $500. I don't know that I believe that. So do you think between November and March it will sell over 7 million units?
Oh, just November to March?
Yeah. With how supply constrained this is based on the pre-orders and stuff, I don't know that I believe that.
That would be a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, the pandemic thing goes both ways, right? You've had a lot of people, losing their job and other financial hits, so they don't have the money available. On the flip side, you got people who do have the money available and have nothing else to do,
right.
So they're going to play video. So, I don't know. 7 million's a lot.
My prediction is
5.
it doesn't. Yeah, I would say 5 to 6. I don't think it goes over 7.
Yeah.
One other note here, just to throw some shade at Series X. There's been a lot of Series X preview units going out to influencers and stuff like that.
To what?
I said I was
influencers.
Influencers. I don't know how to say it now.
Influencers.
Influencers.
I mean, maybe both are correct, but influencers sounds weird.
Anyways, there was a whole article on VGC, Video Game Chronicle, saying that there was a list of people saying that the Series X, they made a big deal about their cooling and stuff too, and how the reason it's designed like a fridge is to draw all the air up and cool it and everything. They're saying it gets hot like a, quote, hot like a fireplace.
Nah, that's not good.
It's preview units, so I don't know. Also, maybe a year from now, the PS5 is as hot as a fireplace. I don't know. Like, I know when I got my PS4, it didn't sound like a jet engine. So anything can change over time. But, Sean, what do you think about the PS5 Teardown? Anything we didn't talk about? What are your thoughts and all that stuff?
I mean, none of it was like anything too... I kind of don't care anymore. Like, I'm ready for it. I want to see the UI, but I also kind of don't. Like, at this point, I'm like, I'd rather just wait.
Surprise me. Who cares? Yeah. Some people...
I feel like this is endgame, and I'm like, I've seen enough. I don't want to see any more. I just want it to be here. Like, I kind of just... That's it. I know enough.
Yeah. Some people, including Colin, are worrying that they think the UI is like in shambles, and that's why they're not showing it. I'm like, no, I just think it's the least important thing. To people like us, it's important because we're nerds. But like to the general public, no one cares what the UI looks like.
Right. Yeah. Also, I did, so I got my pre-order through Walmart. I got an email the other day.
Which made your heart
from
stop.
Walmart.com. Subject: update to your pre-order release date. I'm like, no. I look at the email and says, status update. Your pre-order date has changed. We wanted to let you know that your pre-order item release date has changed. The updated release date is Thursday, November 12th. So I didn't know it wasn't already saying that. Maybe they put the pre-orders up so early that it didn't even have a date associated with it yet or something. But I went from being like, no, to seeing that. And I think it's actually, not only is it just nothing, I think it's actually good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm going to be worried right up until
they
I
say
have
come
it
pick
in my
up.
hand.
Yeah.
Like, I'm even worried that there's going to be like they've got like 10 for that store, but only 9 show up, and I'll be the 10th one, and I won't get it. Even like I'm just so worried until I have it in my hands. I'm going to be so worried. But
I think you're good.
I hope so.
Next up, the news blast from PlayStation continues. We finally got some official updates on backwards compatibility from PlayStation, and this comes from the PS blog, the PlayStation blog. What console? I'm not going to read the intro.
What console? Nah, never mind.
What console generation games are supported with PS5's backwards compatibility feature? Answer: we are focused on the huge catalog of games on PlayStation 4, and we're pleased that more than 99% of PS4 games will be playable on PS5 on day one. This includes games that have defined the PS4 generation, from critically acclaimed PlayStation exclusives like The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, to blockbuster hits from our third-party partners. What is the difference between playing PS4 games on the PS5 Digital Edition console versus the PS5 console with the Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive? I'm not going to read this. Obviously, if you have a disc, you can't plug it into the digital edition, is what this comes down to.
Good to know.
Also, they do say, be sure to keep your PS5 updated to the latest system software update available. Because I'm guessing, well, we'll talk about it in a minute. What is the PS4 game experience like on PS5? PS4 titles get even better on PS5. Select PS4 titles will see increased loading speeds on the PS5 console and will also leverage Game Boost. Does that not sound like
blast processing?
Offering improved or more stable frame rates. Some titles with unlocked frame rates or dynamic resolution up to 4K may see higher fidelity. Additionally, PS4 games will also take advantage of some of PS5's new UX features, but more to come on that later. So user experience, not user interface. I really wonder what that's going to be. Are games from PlayStation VR backward compatible? Backward compatible is right. We always say backwards, but backward is correct.
Really?
Isn't it?
Backward.
Is backwards even a word? Yeah, you can go backwards.
Forward. But see, it's one of those things, like,
you don't go
forward or
forwards.
forwards.
No, forwards is not a words. Yes.
It's forwards.
PlayStation VR games are included among the thousands of PS4 games that are playable on PS5. Please note that playing PSVR games on a PS5 console requires a PSVR headset, DualShock 4 wireless controller, or a PlayStation Move controllers, and PS Camera for PS4, which are sold separately from the PS5 console. Also, the PS5 HD camera is not compatible with PSVR on PS5. You'll need to use the PS Camera for PS4 and the PS Camera adapter, no purchase required, to use PSVR on PS5.
So I need to get the adapter. But I'm not going to be...
You don't even play it.
I mean, at some point, I'll probably hook it back up. But
what about PS4 games on PS Now and PS Plus? Backward compatible. I don't like there's no S. PS4 games included in PS Plus or PS Now will run on PS5. No Mario. Whoa, is what I meant to say. Can I stream PS4 games on PS5? Yes, remote play from PS4 to PS5.
Have you ever done this remote play?
I've done it on my Vita and it sucks.
That's kind of what I figured, but why? I just don't know why it would exist if it sucked. But I think it just, I mean, my Wi-Fi sucks, which is probably the reason. Like, I was up here doing work when I was over there, when I used to be over there in the bedroom when I would work. I don't even know what I was playing. It's probably Chasm, actually.
try and do remote play to get trophies or something. And it was really bad. But remote play from PS4 to PS5 and PS Now streaming are supported. The benefit of streaming is that you can save storage space on PS5. Please note PS4 games will not leverage PS5's game boost through streaming, so you can't get blast processing.
Yeah.
How do PS4 game transfers and game saves work between the two consoles? You can transfer digital games, game data, and game saves from a PS4 to a PS5 using LAN cables or by connecting wirelessly, Wi-Fi, in case you weren't sure what.
Wireless fidelity.
Is that really what it stands for?
Yeah.
That's a stupid thing. You've already stored PS4 games and game data in the external USB storage device connected to your PS4. You can bring them over to PS5 with the external USB storage device. And if you are a PS Plus member, you can also sync PS4 game saves on PS5 through cloud storage. That's us. So basically all our saves will come over.
Right.
Please note that the ability to transfer game saves between a PS4 version and PS5 version of the same game is a developer decision and will vary title by title for cross-generational games. So, like, I was worried about Watch Dogs.
Yes.
But Ubisoft has said that they're going to do cross-generation
fine.
saves. For Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, when players decide to upgrade from PS4 to 5, their game saves will transfer, *. Sackboy: A Big Adventure will also support game save transfers from PS4 to PS5 in an update that will be delivered shortly after the release of the game, *. We'll share additional details closer to launch. How will I know which PS4 games aren't compatible? Games that are only playable on PS4 will be noted on PlayStation Store as playable on PS4 only. We have a list of games that are only playable on PS4 along with additional information at this website. I did a baby. And those games are... One of these is really sad.
There's only one, I think, that I had even heard of.
It's one we both have.
Yeah.
There are 10 games that are PS4 only. DWVR, Afro Samurai 2, Revenge of Kuma Volume 1. TT Isle of Man, Ride on the Edge 2. I love that motorcycle game. Just deal with it. Shadow Complex Remastered.
Wow.
Because it's not playable, I'm like, well, what the hell? I want to play this.
I've tried going back and playing through that game
It's not
multiple times. It's not. Like, I don't know. I loved it when I first played through it. It's like maybe one of my least favorite Metroidvanias. And I don't know why. It should be good.
Robinson the Journey, We Sing, WE, Hitman Go, Definitive Edition. That sucks. Shadwen, 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 and Joe's Diner. People were freaking out about Joe's Diner. Never heard of it. So, Sean, what do you think? We finally got a lot of details that we probably already knew. So the majority of 4,000 PS4 games are playable. Some will get game boosts. They did also say in a subsequent post that some games, quote, may exhibit errors or unexpected behavior. They tell you to always update your PS5 firmware. You can transfer the games. We got the PS4 only games list. There was an update that came out on VGC as well saying that some developers said, yes, these 10 games aren't playable right now, but there's a chance that they could be patched so you can play them.
Right.
Hitman Go is Square Enix, so I assume that will be patched. It'll be playable. Shadow Complex, I don't even know who made that game at this point, but those are the only two we would care about. If this is the list of the only games that aren't playable,
yeah, I can live with that.
I'm fine. The only game I can think about that I don't know if the saves can transfer that I would want them to is Metal Gear Solid 5, because I've got an itch to go back and play that. And they did do a 4K, quote unquote 4K update for it.
Wait, so what are you saying about it?
Because it's publisher by publisher if the saves transfer over.
Yeah.
Konami sucks. They're probably not going to let you. I've already started that game over and I'm in mission 11 or 12.
But what would you do? So that's what you would want to do is pick up
where my last save was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not play your original, but you also don't want to start over again.
Right.
Okay.
I'm never going to get the platinum, so I don't need my original save. I would just like to pick up where I was and go through the rest of the game. But any thoughts on the backwards compatibility? Sorry.
I don't know. I mean, it basically just confirmed a lot of stuff I feel like we already at least thought we knew. I'm totally fine with the backward compatibility. Say I don't like that either.
Hey, thank you.
Backwards compatibility. If Shadow Complex is the only game I have that I can't play, It's fine.
We've got better
don't really
Metroidvanias
care.
to play. Yeah.
Yeah,
That means TimeSpinner's backwards compatible.
that's true.
Yeah, that's great.
No, it's all fine.
I'm just glad that they're finally, and we're going to talk about more updates here in the next item. I'm glad they're finally talking like less than 5 weeks before this thing comes out.
Yeah.
Sony also next up updated the trophy updates. Not even drinking. This comes from the PlayStation blog as well. You've all heard that satisfying sound when a trophy pops up on the... We didn't even talk about your We said it was anticlimactic, and you didn't even say what your last trophy was.
Oh, I had to get a stupid... So there's these orbs, for anybody not familiar with the game. Some of them you just get, some of them you find, and it's like an orb with like 3 rings like rotating around it. And it's on a pedestal. You can stop time. Normally, you just go up to it, you hit it, breaks the pedestal, there's your orb.
Or walk through it if you got the size.
Yeah. There's a trophy where you have to like freeze time so you can just take the orb if all the rings around it are perfectly lined up. And I tried getting it on my first playthrough. I eventually just gave up. I'm like, I'm sick of trying this. This is stupid. Whatever. I'll get it on New Game Plus. Bad idea because I've already got all the orbs, so they're not there again, so I couldn't get them in New Game Plus, so I had to play the game. I had to play it on New Game Plus, and then I had to start a new game, not Plus, to get to where I can finally get a stupid orb. The first one you get to that you can get that way, it took me like, I don't know.
Hour and a half.
I was going to say maybe 2 hours to get to. And once I got there, it probably took another like 5 minutes. I just kept going in and out of the room. I'd use all my sand. It wouldn't work. I'd go out, come back in. I eventually got it, and it was just the most like I was like, ooh. And I could tell as soon as I got it, I'm like, that looks perfect. I walked up, got it, pop, done, and that was all she wrote.
It's not like platinuming Bloodborne or beating Sigrun in God of War to get the platinum.
Right, yeah. It was very just...
So Sony is updating their trophies, and this comes, like I said, from the PlayStation blog. You've all heard that satisfying sound when a trophy pops up on the corner of your screen. That sense of accomplishment when that ultra-rare platinum trophy is unlocked after hours of pursuing. Trophies were first introduced on PlayStation 3 have been an integral part of the PlayStation gaming experience. Today, we're excited to announce we're bringing some enhancements to the trophy system. The first thing you'll notice is the big change to your trophy level. We're increasing the trophy level from 1 to 100 to 1 to 999. So following this update, your trophy level will automatically be remapped to a new level within this new range based on the trophies you've earned to date. For example, your current trophy level is 12. Your new will be somewhere in the low 200s. It'll depend on number. We've implemented a new trophies level calculation system that's more optimized and rewarding. Players will progress quicker through the early levels, and levels will increase more consistently. Platinum trophies will count more toward your level progression, making them even more valuable. With an expanded level range, we are also updating the trophy level icon on PlayStation 5, as well as PlayStation app at a later date. Oh, later date. That's why everything looks the same. Currently, the trophy icon is just a single gold star, but we're adding a few variants. Bronze, 1 to 299. Silver, 300 to 599. Gold, 600 to 998. Platinum, level 999. The icons will also have a subtle distinction to visually suggest how close you are to the next level. Lastly, just for clarity, trophies you've earned on previous PlayStation systems will come with you to PlayStation 5, just as they have in previous transitions. It's funny that they said that, but also it's Sony. So when they said
it's
it, I was
funny
like,
that
good.
They had to say it. Yeah.
Do you know what you jumped up to, Sean?
Yeah, probably nowhere near you.
Well, I mean,
what's your number?
I'm the Platinum Master. So I was, hold on.
I don't remember what I was, but
I was level 21, and I jumped up to 345.
Okay, you're not as far ahead of me as I thought. I'm at 234.
Well, I'm 100 and whatever above you.
Okay, but you've got like 5 times the number of platinums I do.
Maybe they discount.
If you're at 300 with 50.
So I'm silver, you're bronze.
I guess. When does it go? When does it change? 300. Okay, yeah.
Was that your stomach or a motorcycle?
That was something outside.
I like it. Also, there was something posted on the PlayStation blog in Francais which was subsequently deleted. That's like the fourth or fifth time I said subsequent.
It's a lot of subsequent.
It's amazing. They said that there will be progress tracking towards trophies coming on PS5, but they did remove that blog that part of the blog post. I will say though, so it'll be like if it's like get all the orbs in TimeSpinner, you would go on PS5 and say you've got 8 of 10 orbs.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I do, but like achievements have had this forever, and Steam achievements have.
Well,
had it
I mean,
forever.
it's not. It's something. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're talking about Nintendo at this point. Like, congratulations, but I like it. I like that there's more levels. I think this is going to make me get even more stupid about my platinums. Like, I've completely cooled off after I got that 50th, but now that I got 51, I'm like I said, don't.
How many have you gotten this year? I'm trying to think of where you started the year.
At least 12, 13. I might have been at 38 to start this year. I can't remember.
Wow. I've gotten 7 this year, which is like
Well, yours were
unheard of for me, and they're all legit.
Legit. Mine were not. But I'm excited. I like it, and I'm glad that they do carry over to the freaking PS5. If they didn't, can you imagine? Ooh, doggy. Last item here on the news list, Sean, this comes from Push Square. This may only apply to me, but I really hope you'll play this. Just take the game when you leave.
Well, I'm curious to see what you're talking about.
We got updates on Watch Dogs Legion.
Ah.
Watch Dogs Legion will launch first on the PS4 later this month, and then it'll be available as a free upgrade to PS5 later this year. But the Ubisoft Open Worlds roadmap doesn't end. Did I say roadmap? Doesn't end there.
Maybe.
As the French firm has pulled back the curtain on its enormous post-release plans. First and foremost, from the 3rd of December, this is not an American website, the game will get a gigantic online update for free. This will allow you to enjoy the entire sandbox in 4-player co-op, where you'll be able to take on new missions and participate in fresh, dynamic events. Fan favorites like Invasion will also return, allowing you to hack into other players' games, and there will even be deathmatch Spider-Bot arena battles. Sign me up. That sounds amazing. Spider-Bots came into Watch Dogs 2, and they were pretty fun.
Bye.
Then, as previously announced, Season Pass owners will unlock an entirely new storyline named Watch Dogs Bloodline. This will feature Aiden Pierce from the original Watch Dogs, as well as Wrench from Watch Dogs 2. He's the guy with the mask and he's like, "My name is Wrench," with the LED thing. There will also be 2 new characters, including an Assassin's Creed crossover, which effectively ties the 2 franchises together. These were tied. There was a crossover in Watch Dogs 2 as well, so I think it's funny that they said that. The publisher won't be stopping there, however. It'll be adding new playable character types, missions, and features to the title at a later date, including New Game Plus. To be fair, Ubisoft's post-release support is always spectacular and real.
I understood that reference.
But it's good to know that it's committed to expanding on its futuristic interpretation of London way beyond launch. I'm so excited for this game. By the way, this also made me remember that when I was looking at my top 10 list so far for the year, I've got my top 10 so far, and then I've got yet to play. And I was like, I forgot about what's it called? Immortals. Phoenix Rising.
I still don't know why you hate that.
Gods and Monsters was a cool name.
I guess.
Yeah, whatever. You suck. You suck. Idiot.
When does that come out?
Like December 3rd, I think. But I mean, we're going to be done with Spider-Man and Spider-Man by then. You won't be done with Demon's Souls.
No.
The only reason I put this in here, first off, I'm excited for Watch Dogs Legion. I really do want you just to remind me in 30 minutes to make Sean take Watch Dogs 2. What was that accent? Did you hear that? Watch. Watch Dogs 2 is so much fun, and it's what Watch Dogs 1 should have been. I think even if you just screw around with it for 5 hours, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it. And this is expanding on everything. The interesting thing I see about this update, though, is Invasion and stuff is coming at a later date. that makes me think. Like I got the platinum.
Oh, the platinum.
I got the platinum in Watch Dogs 2, but a lot of that, not a lot. There were some online trophies where you had to like do online missions and like invasion stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
If that stuff is coming at a later date, maybe I can get another Watch Dogs platinum. But this game is so much fun, and everything I've seen from Legion looks so cool. At this point, it's like you were saying about whatever earlier. Oh, the PS5 UI. I don't need to see anything else. I just want the game. I want to play it. Are you at all intrigued by this, or are you I just want Spider-Man and Demon Souls and I'm good?
It's hard to get too hyped for anything else knowing that I've got Spider-Man, and Demon Souls to occupy me for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like a very big game. And I don't know if it is, but like...
The second one wasn't, but this, where you can play as anybody, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm going to have... My back catalog is going to just...
Expandify.
Expandify. Like, it's not even starting at zero. Like, it's... I feel like I have a back catalog and the system's not even out yet.
Yeah.
I already have too many games
I want to play.
Sackboy. Like, yeah, so do I. So, I don't know. I still haven't even pre-ordered Spider-Man. I got to do that.
I haven't either, but I'm like, whatever.
I mean, who cares? But yeah, I got to do that. I don't know. I'll wait and see. It's kind of like Ghost, where I was just going to wait and see what people had to say about it.
Now it's been 5 months.
Well, based on what you've said about it and the little I played, I don't know. I don't think it's anything I need to play. It's beautiful. I'll give it that. But like I was saying a month or two ago, whenever that came out, pretty much like nobody's saying it's bad.
Right.
But pretty much everything I hear about it is just how beautiful it is. And like, ooh, photo mode. And it's like, okay, well, I can appreciate that just by seeing the photos
on
you're
Twitter, yeah.
posting. So I'm like, nobody's really saying much about the game. I think that ship has sailed. I don't know. I'm not getting that game at this point. This, Watch Dogs, I'm also just kind of like wait and see. Yeah. I'll see what people say. And, I'm kind of over Valhalla because at one point I was like, that could be a game that I could play in the beginning, not knowing what I was going to have available. But now that I know I've got Spider-Man, Demon Souls, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass.
Just give me God of War Ragnarok. That's all the Valhalla I need.
Yeah.
Time for the wrap-up, Sean. A job listing for Final Fantasy XVI has indicated that basic development and scenario production is complete. I don't think we're going to be waiting forever on this game, and I am so excited for that.
Really?
Yes.
Are you excited for this game?
Yes. Because it's
just because
medieval,
of 7?
Because it's not bros running around a flying car, and it's like, no, well, and I love the battle system in 7. Still my game of the year. Spoiler alert, because nothing has changed it since, was it March or April?
March.
Yeah. Nothing has changed it since it came out. Miles Morales could challenge it. Watch Dogs could challenge it. But, like, to me, that's what Final Fantasy... I mean, 7, obviously, is steampunk, whatever. It's one of the... Like we said, you can't describe steampunk, but you know it when you see it.
Yeah.
But to me, Final Fantasy should be that more medieval, fantastical setting.
Yeah.
And clearly it's very action combat based. It's not going to be turn based. I don't know if they're going to do the whole ATB system like they did with Final Fantasy 7, which was awesome. But I'm stoked for this, yes.
Wow. Good.
I think they said they're going to be focusing on the big boss battles and stuff like that, but it seemed big boss battles.
I would be shocked if we get it in 21. I think it's early 22.
I think it's an easy 22, but then like when is 7 Part 2 coming out?
26. PS6.
The Ghost of Tsushima update is coming this week. It includes the Legends co-op multiplayer mode. It does also include New Game Plus, which will bring with it new trophies, a new horse, and a new Ghost Flower currency. There will be armor loadouts. It will show your playtime on the save screen. Thank you very much. An updated photo mode, and you can pet the dogs to gain them as allies.
No.
Dog. Barkley. Miles Morales has gone gold, as well as Cyberpunk as well. Astro's Playroom helped iterate on the DualSense for the last 2 years. It will be about 4 to 5 hours of playtime, which is pretty cool, I think. I think this game's going to have a platinum trophy, and I think I'm going to get it.
If there's a platinum, I'm pretty sure I will get it.
Yeah.
I don't know that there will be, though.
Finishing the game will unlock, quote, a surprise PlayStation fans will be pleased with, end quote.
Well, okay. You have my attention. I mean, I was going to beat it anyway, but...
I was going to beat it. Bugsnax is a launch game. I don't care. I watched the preview coverage of this game. It's a first person. This is the most stupidly overhyped game of all time.
I'm so sick of it already.
I hate it. I don't care about the song. I don't care about the game. It can die in a fire. I hope it's a 50 on Metacritic. Not really. Every game should be great. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Need for Speed. I think I said Speed, and that's what screwed me up.
Need for Speed Hot
Need for
Pursuit.
Speed Hot Pursuit remaster is out in November for PS4, Xbox, PC, and Switch. The funny thing about this, randomly I got this for Christmas one year.
Christmas
from Jess's dad and mom, and I think it's probably over there in the drawer, and I don't think I ever took it out of the plastic. Because I was like, I like the original Need for Speed. Obviously, you remember it. We played that forever on our Micron, but yeah. As of October 28th, you will no longer be able to purchase PS3, Vita, or PSP games on the web or the PSP app or the PlayStation app. That sucks. Because searching the store, really all that matters for me is Vita. You can't find anything on the store on Vita. That sucks.
Really?
Pikmin 3 Deluxe now has a demo available, and if you play it, your save data will transfer over to the full game if you choose to purchase it.
Purpose?
This is going to be a fun bonus episode. Mortal Kombat 11 is getting a free upgrade to PS5 and Series X. So is For Honor. And PlayStation Now is getting Days Gone until January 5th, Medieval, Friday the 13th, and Trine 4.
Wait, what?
PlayStation Now.
Oh, PlayStation Now.
Not Plus.
Yeah. I was
Why
like,
is
wait,
it not
why
part
is it
of
time?
Plus?
Well, yeah, there's that.
Whew. That's it for episode something. 204 of the Two Player Co-op podcast. We're going to get rid of numbers. What?
It reminds me of The Office.
He or she has done something to get...
No. Yeah, that's good. But somebody's new in The Office, and I think it's Michael. Oh, maybe it's Holly. But Michael's like introducing somebody, and they say, "This is Creed Bratton. He does something," and Creed's like, "That's correct."
Why is she asking so many questions? Who is this chick?
Quabity.
I do something with
that's
Quabity.
not it. But I'm getting close.
You can find us at nerd901.com, where they are connecting nerds across the Mid-South and the multiverse. Also, check out youtube.com/blurwithoutfear, twitch.tv/blurwithoutfear.
Blurred without Twitch.
Check out Ernie at all the places he's kicking ass and taking names. You can
And
find
chewing
us
bubblegum.
You can find us on Twitter. I'm at KevinWhite24. He's at Real Sean White. Together, we're at 2player_co-op. Patreon, Twitch, YouTube, audio services around the multiverse, and everything else. That's it for this week. Thank you guys so much for being here for episode 204. But until the next time, Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.
Playing? P-L-A-N-G. Thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing.